Good morning, Sagittarius. I know the timing on my readings has been kind of off lately, but that's about to work itself out this week. So, yay. Things always work out for us. So, Sagittarius, if you're new here, this is a Sagittarius channel for Sagittarius about Sagittarius. Cross watchers are always welcome, and you may find that this speaks to your sun, moon, rising, Jupiter, Venus, whatever. We're in some energy, Sag. And the nodes are about to change. That's happening Monday, and everyone's going to feel it. Cardinal placement will be, affected the most, but especially Aries and Libra. But yeah, so you know what I did today, Sag? Because it's Saturday, so we don't do the daily sauce. But I asked what the reading needed to be about today for you. I did, Sag. And the card said, this is about, some of it's about you, Sag, and some of it's just about, what's coming, right? Because, maybe you're wondering about that, right? But there definitely is wand energy showing up here, and it's in the beginning and the end. And the Six of Wands and the Seven of Wands in particular. Okay, so let's get on with it. Six of Wands, victory and success is coming in for you, but it's with the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Swords. I was feeling this energy. One, Sag, you need to be quieter about your plans, okay? Because we have this tendency to overshare because, we just like to celebrate our wins and everything. And, now is not the time for that. Now is not the time for that because, it's almost sad. You need to just, because rest is coming in for you and we're seeing the Seven of Swords, there could be people that want to steal your ideas, right? The Six of Wands and the Knight of Wands, it's like people are very attracted to how passionate you feel about things, your sense of adventure, and you naturally want to bring people along with you. But now's not the time, Sag. Now's the time to keep it to yourself, because you could have people around you who pay really close attention. They actually could steal your ideas, right? Does that mean you can't do your ideas? No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that because, there's space for everyone. But, I just feel, like, and this is a different way for you being because, the Knight of Wands is very adventurous, right? It's also a time for you to slow down, keep things to yourself, keep to yourself, and with the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Swords here, it's kind of like this energy for me of getting out of your own way. We have been for some time, exiting our impulsive nature. It doesn't mean that has to spoil your sense of adventure, your excitement about life. It just means right now is just a time to just be still, slow it down, keep things to yourself, so, don't discuss your plans because every time you do, Sag, it gets a lot of attention. You'll find that you attract people that maybe don't mean the best for you. And so, yeah, I felt that, right? I felt that because the Seven of Swords is also an effective plan. Now is not the time to act. The Knight of Wands is good at sitting in the moment and just, about momentum, getting ready. They're very passionate about the things they want, right? But the Seven of Swords is telling you passion is great, but a plan is better, and this is a plan you have to make yourself, Sag, so we're also, as far as your major energy, it's the Hermit. So I really feel this energy of examining things, particularly when it comes to the past and how you move, that you are taking a look at. because with the Chariot here, like there may be like this feeling within you, you just want to get things started, just want to get moving, right? And the key to your success moving forward is to move away from the way you moved in the past. And it's with rest and rejuvenate, and that means, Sag, not starting a million things, because we have that kind of energy, right? It is time for rest. It is time to dial it back. Don't, because if we move too quickly, we tend to miss details, and I feel like that's what it's telling you. I feel like that's what it's telling you. And so rest and rejuvenate is, you know what? This new cycle's coming, Sag. You you have to get out of this thinking that there's something you need to do. There's not something you need to do. You need to rest, and you need to think about how you're going to be moving going forward, because it's with the devil. So you may have particular ways of moving that you feel very attached to. Um, and I feel like this is about Sag moving slower. I mean, I just feel it. I feel like it's about moving slower, and I feel like the energy is telling you to slow down, because there's going to be a time, Sag, you know, when it's time for you to fight. Now is not the time. Okay? Right now is the time to walk away from Seven of Wands energy and feeling like you need to fight for this. You need to be aggressive. You need to be, in this, just this fight mode. You don't need to. Because with the Eight of Cups and the King of Cups being here, this is a time for getting your emotions under control, not letting things that happen around you affect you, and getting your emotions balanced. So this is a time of balance, because this thing is coming. Three of Pentacles. And I feel also like, Sad, you may feel like you need to do everything yourself. That you always need to be your own hero, to go it alone. No one does it like you do. But with the Three of Pentacles, there are people who want to be on this journey with you. And I feel like what you're doing going forward is learning how to work with others better, knowing that you don't have to do everything yourself. Because what happens when you do, like this is the Two of Pentacles, it can actually stall movement, right? Because we know with the Two of Pentacles, that's about moving too quickly, moving too quickly. And I feel like you may be overcoming this. And you know what? I feel like because you feel like you have to face your shit alone. And the universe is telling you you don't. You don't have to just deal with things yourself. This new way of moving is you're going to learn how to work with others better. And you're going to find that people do want to work with you. And that's what's new. That's what's new, Sag. Because we're seeing truth, shadow, okay, and the Nine of Cups. I feel like what's happening right now is you're taking a look at you, and what it is you really want. Because the Nine of Cups can definitely be that tough love card, and you may be feeling this dark night of the soul energy, but I just feel like you're facing the truth about, you don't need to just deal with your struggles alone. With Strength and the Magician, there's a sense that you feel like you do, right? You feel like you do, but with, the High Priestess being here too, it's really about being able to receive, knowing that really, truly, Sag, there are people out there who are like you. And I feel like we go through a lot of the time where we feel like there isn't people like us. I feel like that's the way in which Sagittarius at times may isolate themselves, right? So on the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Death card. So there's definitely a transformation here. And this all has to do with balance, Sagittarius. And I feel like you have felt so much like you have to fight for yourself. And by all means, we should always fight for ourselves. But what's changing is we're seeing more of this energy of like realizing that you don't need to do this by yourself. You don't. And I feel like that's very hard because definitely people have let you down, Sag. People have let you down, and that may be with this Hermit energy, you know, what actually you are healing. Wow, it's a deep message. Deep message, Sag. So let's see what your spirit guides, ancestors, and angels want to tell you. What is the message for Sagittarius? I'm upside down. What is the message for Sagittarius? And I feel like you're going to find that you are going to be more well received than you think. And that you don't have to be on this path alone. Which is really interesting since I told you to keep things to yourself. I think that you just need to beware of people that might want to, you know, energy vampires, people who want to steal your ideas, you know, that kind of thing. So what does Sagittarius need to know from their spirit guides, angels, ancestors? What does Sagittarius... Oh, Nine of Pentacles. Everything you want is coming. What? Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. And the Magician. What is Sagittarius's advice? It's really telling you to be ready, Sag. It's really speaking, your advice is speaking about having a plan and knowing that, you know, sometimes we move in instant gratification. We want it now, now, now. The Knight of Wands tells you to be ready, right? And that your way forward is protected. With the Queen of Wands, you know, the Queen of Wands is such a magical card. This is definitely about right now being a time of calling your power. And with the Emperor, you're definitely going to see this during Aries season, where you are about building, you know, where you take things slower, where you have an effective plan. This is really bossing up. And that's your advice. I also feel like the universe is telling you to slow down and have an effective plan. Just saying. So the Nine of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Magician, you know, they're telling you that it's all coming. You are going to receive. It could be that you're receiving information on something you're trying to manifest, because the 10 of Pentacles also does that, right? And there are resources showing up for you to achieve this. Four of Wands, Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're going to be moving different, Sag. You're going to be moving different with the Four of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Fool. I mean, you're just realizing and definitely coming into this energy where you know that it's a wise time for you to just be in this receiving mode, right? That opportunities are going to show up for you, Sag. And I feel like you're just going to be moving different. You know, maybe realizing that you're too defensive, or this thought process that you have to do everything yourself, and, you know, really being guarded. Really, you're facing some truth about that. So let's see the 10 of Pentacles. Three of Cups with the Two of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, you're making a decision here to be supported, to support others and let others support you. There's definitely a big air here of collaboration, Sag. I love this energy for you, actually. I don't feel like this has been an easy thing. I don't. And basically, it hasn't been easy because you've had to let go of like things from the past in which, people didn't support you. You know, in which people didn't support you with the moon, the Six of Cups, and the Eight of Wands, Seven of Cups, and Five of Pentacles, and the Death card. So you've had to end some things and have had some really confusing experiences with others where others have actually stole from you. And you've had to end that, and so, okay, Sag. See anything else? Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, the Ten of Cups, oh my goodness, and the Ace of Wands. You're figuring it out, Sag. You're figuring out how to turn things around. Ten of Cups. Wow, that is the ultimate in happiness. And Ace of Wands, your way forward is much happier because you're figuring out growth. You're figuring out what needs to change. And this definitely has to do with collaborating and involving others. And, wow, Sag, you don't have to do this all alone is your ultimate message. So, Sagittarius, but also, see people clearly. See who wants to take from you and see who wants to give to you. Because, you can't, when people take from you, we have this tendency out of a hurt place to just be like, everyone's just shit, right? Everyone wants to take from me. I have to do this myself. But you're being called to also see where your support lays. Okay, Sag? All right, now. That's what I have for you, Toodles.